PhD Man-Child. Another anime review. Nobunagun. 13 episodes, early 2014 vintage. Let's just get that cover in, really soak it up. I gotta say, man, this is we're getting the story and the praising and whatnot. This is the best anime I've seen this year, even though we're only a few months in, and that is a product of 2014. I'm generally a year behind because that's when I pick up these cheapish DVDs. Now, all in all, story-wise, what happens is we're set in the future. These aliens have landed in these organisms in the Earth's ocean, and they're constantly evolving and communicating and changing to fight against humans. Now, this other alien landed and is trying to fight these aliens. And with this really old woman and some technology and shit, they find these children and they implant them with the memories of past very famous historical figures, war heroes, warlords, scientists, whatever. And they get these special abilities where they can fight these aliens. Some of them are combat and martial abilities. Some of them are more scientific or support abilities. And this chick, who's an absolute otaku over everything that's war and weapons, she's got, like, you know, battle pajamas and tank shells and posters and models and all sorts of shit. She's sort of sneered at and antisocial because of her interests. Now, she comes across and finds that the soul of Oda Nobunaga, the very famous warlord from the Warring States Japan period, is residing in her soul or body, and she's able to produce these giant Gatling guns that Nobunaga would most likely get a big boner for, and fight all of these aliens. And she gets absolutely wet and turned on from playing all these weapons and being among military bases in the military and whatnot. So she slowly becomes friends with these other people in the military, and they're getting together and they're fighting these aliens. But these aliens evolve in a very interesting way and just keep progressing into insane and crazy orientations. It gets to one point where they create a giant tentacle kraken, and, you know, with tentacles and young girls, and yeah, shit gets interesting and very, very fun, a bit rapey. So they make a kraken and they really struggle with it and they blow it the fuck up. Another kraken appears and actually has, you know, bits of armor, so they shoot it in the weak point and they go like, oh fuck. And eventually they find some other weak points and blow it the fuck up. So then the third kraken goes around the ocean and finds the Musashi, the sunken famous World War II battleship. And that goes in it and fills it up with other aliens, makes it buoyant, floats it, and it's a Musashi with working guns, with explosive biomatter aliens flying out of it, and it's got these tentacles to propel it, and it is so fucking awesome. I thought it was cool. That was like the coolest bit of the series, and they try to sink it, and they get this other warship, and they put all these Abram tanks on it, and they're shooting other shit, and there's a bigger kraken, and it's krakens and tentacles everywhere and guns. So it is a bit popcornish. Story's not of high caliber. The general action and interest of it is just cool. You're sitting there and, you know, go, fuck, that's awesome, you know. Now, interesting thing is, we're talking about the Musashi. Interestingly enough, this year, a few months ago, by a Microsoft employee, the real Musashi has actually been discovered after this has been released. And I actually, just as I finished watching that, the news came out. So that was very, very bizarre. All in all, besides my fascination over this fairly interesting story, it's almost of the caliber of Strike Witches or those other ones, the one with the guns with the girls, Girls and Panzer, Stella. If you're fans of those sort of shows, you'll definitely adapt to this. Cancol is also a thing that's worth checking out. I won't watch it until it's all 100% out, and that will be eventually reviewed. But all in all, if these are within your tastes, your repertoire, it's definitely within mine. It is very, very, very much worth checking out. I had a fucking good time. Remember, peace the fuck out, and have a lovely afternoon, adventure, whatever. Peace.